Hi! First of all, Merry Christmas. I'm filming this on Christmas Eve and it feels a little bit like unwrapping my presents early. I wanted to show you which new books I got in November and December. Some of these I purchased myself, some of these I got from work, and some of these I got for a review. Now I wanted to start off with an actual wrapped present, and it is this one from Faber. So I got to choose from a couple of different categories. It was just genres, it didn't really say which title it was, so I don't know what's gonna be in here. Let's unwrap. This is such lovely wrapping paper, by the way. Oh, it is 2 books. Number 1 is Solaris. It is a masterpiece of Polish author Stanisław Lem, and it is a psychological drama and exploration of the science fiction genre, set in a space station orbiting the mysterious planet of Solaris. Cool. And the other one is this one. It says Housekeeping by Marilyn Robinson. This is the story of 2 orphan sisters, Ruthie and Lucille, who are in the care of their eccentric aunt Sylvie in a rural town in Idaho. First books I got for Christmas this year. The next, I've talked about this on Twitter already and some of you didn't know about this, so it might be news. Stephenie Meyer has a new book out. Stephenie Meyer, author of the Twilight series, but also one of my all-time favorite books, The Host, which I know very much splits opinions. This is her new book, The Chemist. It is an adult book and it is, I guess, a thriller. So I've started reading this already. It's about a woman who used to work for the US government and she basically discovered that they were gonna try and assassinate her, and so she has been on the run for years and years and lives in this flat with all these crazy booby traps. The first bit I was reading was about her like driving 6 hours to go to a different state to check her email. One day she gets an email and an old colleague wants to get in touch with her. This is one where I'd be really curious to see if some of you have already read it, so let me know. Now the next book I'm going to show you probably has one of the most beautiful covers of any book published this year, and it is Autumn by Ali Smith. So this is sort of like a separate flap. This book is published by Penguin where I work, and Ali Smith came into the office and read a bit from this book and I was just blown away and enchanted. It is just so relevant for, I guess, the kind of year that 2016 has been. Also, I've never read any Ali Smith before, so this is going to be the one. Next up there is Girls Will Be Girls by Emer O'Toole. I think that's how you pronounce that. This fits very nicely in the sort of selection of books that I've been building about women and girls and feminism and society. The subtitle is Dressing Up, Playing Parts, and Daring to Act. Can't remember who it was that recommended this to me. Oh, I know what it is. Jean was reading this in her feminist book club. That's why. Then I went to a Christmas party at Pam Macmillan and I saw a book on the shelf, and Jean works there and she was kind enough to send it to me because it is by a Dutch author. It is Dear Mr. M by Herman Koch. Now I've read The Dinner by Herman Koch, which I actually still need to read in English, and this is the English translation of Dear Mr. M. I don't even know what it's called in Dutch, really. From the description, it seems to be kind of thrillery, crimey, and it seems to involve a famous author. That's all I know for now. Then there is this one called Mom, I Can't Raise No Man by Robin Travis. This is set in London, in Hackney, if I'm not mistaken, and it deals with masculinity and it's from a black male perspective. The main character is called Dwayne, and I think it starts off when he ends up in prison for the 3rd time when he is only 24. Alright, 2 more left. This one I was already listening to on audiobook and then I was offered a physical copy for review, and it is The Muse by Jessie Burton. I actually haven't read The Miniaturist yet, which is by the same author. I am well into the audiobook of this one. This evolves around art and paintings, and I have really found that is a genre I quite enjoy. It is set in 1963. The main character is called Odell and she's from Trinidad and she's working in London. And according to this, everything kicks off when a lost masterpiece of the secret history is delivered to the gallery where I think Odell is working. Finally, Torah Books, who is a publishing company in India, very kindly sent me their catalog and asked if there was anything that caught my eye, and it sure did. So this is the absolutely gorgeous Sun and Moon folktales by various artists. Now I really love folktales and origin tales, so I figured this was perfect. This is all hand printed and hand bound. I'll put a video in the description where you can sort of check out how books are made in this company. It's really hard to show on camera, but the quality of this paper is really nice. It has a really nice rough texture. The colors are so vibrant, and it basically just discusses the different ways that the sun and the moon have different functions in folktales, and I love that it is a collection of different artists as well. And then they also very kindly sent along some other items that they sell, and so there's this fluke book, which is just a little notebook, and they make it from, I think, leftovers from the sort of print tutorials that they do or when they're just creating books. You can really feel the paint on it, which is nice. And then there's finally this gorgeous set of postcards, which is called The Night Life of Trees, which I will definitely be making use of. Let me show you guys what's inside. So it's just a beautiful collection of all these postcards with trees on it. I especially like this one, which just has like birds as far as the eye can see. Alright, so those were some new books that have come my way in November and December. If you did get any books for Christmas, I'd love to know which ones. Let me know in the comments. And I'll be back soon with my favorite books of 2016, my resolution video, my favorite films of 2016. Basically, lots of videos to make during the Christmas break. Talk to you later. Doei!